computer. Okay.
Okay, thank you everybody on Katie's team and on my team that have hopped on tonight. I know this is a commitment on your part, so I definitely appreciate that. I think this is going to be so good. I'm really excited to introduce to you guys Ashley Samadani. Hopefully I pronounced your last name properly.
Nailed it.
Okay, awesome. So she is a business coach for female entrepreneurs, particularly in network marketing, but definitely as you get to know her, you'll see all the areas of expertise that she has. She's incredible and she specializes in attraction marketing. And so I'm really excited, or Katie and I both are really excited. We have been working with her to kind of launch some new things that I've been, at least on my team, I think Katie's done the same thing. Like we've got some really great things coming this month. We are so excited. And Katie's been helping us Ashley's been helping coach us through that and develop these things that we want to see come to fruition. So with that, she's going to take it away with the attraction marketing training.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura, and welcome everyone to our Zoom live. It's nice to kind of virtually meet you guys. You have amazing leaders. I know you already know that, but I've had the pleasure to get to know and work with Laura and Katie and just kind of collaborate on a project that they have been working on for you guys. They have such a heart for you, for their teams, for you collectively to all have success. It's really awesome, and I just appreciate that spirit so much. And what they're working on is so amazing. You're going to get so excited. So I was really excited to hop on here and share with you just a basic kind of attraction marketing 101 type of training, but I would love to know. So I think the chat is open. Let me see. Chat should be open. If you can let me know in the chat, how much do you know on a scale of like 1 to 5? So let's do 1 being, I've never heard the term attraction marketing. What on earth is it? And 5 being, I practice attraction marketing. I know it. That's your scale. So on a scale of 1 to 5, where are you kind of in the attraction marketing knowledge department? I would love to just know who I'm speaking to. If I'm preaching to the choir or if everyone is a newbie to it, everything is fine. Because I know when I first started into network marketing, and I'll tell you just a brief, like how I got into that, because it's actually not where I started in the online space. I'll back it up a little bit. My original like work background history was in teaching. So I was a special ed teacher for 9 years, middle school special ed. Yes, I know, like I just absolutely loved it. I loved the middle school age, and teaching students with special needs was like my absolute passion and joy. And then I actually moved into program development, program coordination at the school district level for special education for 4 years before kind of retiring from that career and staying home with my daughter and becoming a work at home. I call myself like a mompreneur, I guess you would say. I started in the blogging space, so blogging and influencing, and I did that for the last year I was working, and then transitioned to staying at home, and found network marketing just kind of through a friend who was blogging and didn't really understand exactly what I was getting into. I just thought, as I'm sure you guys can relate to, I was like, this is awesome. Like I was already using this product. I'm not partnered with that company anymore, but I was already using the product. I was loving it. And like, oh, cool. I'll just share about it. And I guess, make a commission. This is great. But I definitely didn't know about attraction marketing. And I just practiced kind of what I saw everyone else in the company doing, which was literally just splashing, the product all over social media, being very overt about it. And that's what a lot of companies teach, and it's worked in the past. But I started noticing that I wasn't really getting, my other posts were getting a good interaction. My posts having to do with everything else except for my product posts. I'm like, what is this? Like, does everyone hate me? Like, I'm getting crickets on these posts. And then I started to research and look into attraction marketing, switch some things up, and wow, what a difference. All of a sudden, it was like I was attracting clients and business partners like crazy. And so I know this stuff works because there was a very distinct difference between what before and after I started utilizing attraction marketing and really kind of, diving into it, why it works, all of those things. So I'm going to give you like the super like down and dirty version of, the basic components of attraction marketing, what it is, how you utilize it. And I want you guys to, because if this is new, and let me see in the comments, I know all about it, at least I think I do. Good. Okay, so we have Jacqueline knows about it. That's awesome. A 3 for me. So we're kind of like middle ground. That's perfect. So for some of you, this might be brand new. So I definitely want to speak to those of you who it is a brand new concept for. And I want to be sensitive to that, because when I first heard about this, there were a lot of things I'm like, oh, oops, I definitely have been doing that, not attraction marketing style. So if I say anything, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm saying like you're doing it wrong or anything like that, because I've done all of it. I was sharing I have a group. If you end up being really interested in this subject matter and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to know more, I have an entire Facebook group filled with like a vault of training that I've done for free on this exact topic, probably like 20 hours of training on attraction marketing, things related to it. And you're welcome to join that group. It's called Elevate Academy. And I'll give you guys maybe a link at the end if that's okay with Laura and Kate. But I really want you guys to hear my heart. I don't want anything I say for you to feel like condemned or something like that if you're not practicing things this way. And by all means, if what you're doing, like in your marketing, is working for you, then keep doing it. You know what I mean? So I don't want anyone to feel like I'm saying this way is the best and only way. I don't think that's true, but I do know that it's been definitely game changing for me and for a lot of my clients, and also team members that I have within my own network marketing business. I still do practice this. Okay, so really, attraction marketing is all about how you can become a magnet, literally a magnet, for the exact person that you would want as your ideal client or business partner if you're wanting to build a team within network marketing, and also allowing you to stand out from all of the competition, right? Like, I'm not sure how many consultants are in RNF, but I know it's like hundreds of thousands. And so if you want to be competitive in 2020 and beyond, you want to start thinking about how can I really kind of make myself stand out? What can I do that's really going to, brand you, and have you, there's no competition with anyone if you are branding yourself and you're really standing out in that way, because you're the only one that can be you, right? You're the only one that can bring that special, unique value for your tribe, for your audience, in the way that you can. So if you want to be in a league of your own, attraction marketing is going to be totally your jam. And the premise of attraction marketing is really to draw those people to you by providing value for a targeted audience first, okay? And really attracting the right people in, and to be honest, repelling, so attracting those ideal people, and then repelling away the people that you and your products and your business aren't for, so that you're not wasting your time, running around on Facebook Messenger and chasing after people that really don't want what you have to offer. And sometimes that's a tough pill to swallow, but I want to see, for myself, and I want to see for you guys too, to really be maximizing your time that you're spending in building your business, so you can focus on your family and those things that you're building your business for, right? So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. I always like to give not real life. This is real life too. Our businesses are real life too, but like almost brick and mortar examples of attraction marketing out in the real world. Really, if you're using attraction marketing, you're building that like affinity with someone else, that trust with them. I'm sure you've heard it said, I'm sure Laura and Katie say all the time, like, people do business with people they buy product from. They want to join people that they know and they like and they trust. And so part of the job of attraction marketing, and part of your job in marketing yourself, is to build that that affinity, that trust. And you can do that by providing value on the outset. So if you think about, have you ever been to Home Depot? Home Depot does these, if you have kids, you may have done this, on Saturdays. They have these little like kid and toddler art project DIY type of classes at Home Depot. It's for free. You can bring your kids, and it has nothing to do, they're not asking you to buy anything, literally not at all. They're not asking you to, become a member of Home Depot. I don't think that's a thing, but for the sake of the analogy. And once you're there though, you actually may end up buying stuff from Home Depot inadvertently, because you're already there and it triggers, oh, okay, I might actually need that. Or, hey, let's do this project again. I'm going to buy more of these, craft supplies. or at very least, they are helping you to build that affinity with their brand, right? If you think about, okay, where am I going to go get, home repair supplies or something for my home in the future, you're going to remember, oh, Home Depot, that place where they, provided this free value for me and my family. So they're using attraction marketing. I think about realtors. So if you see realtors who are doing a good job of marketing themselves as a realtor on social media or elsewhere, they become the kind of the go-to person for like what's happening in the neighborhood that they're selling homes. They become like the face of their community or the neighborhood that they're wanting to sell homes in, or help their clients to buy homes in, but they're branding themselves around delivering value, maybe giving, restaurant reviews for the town or something that just opened. So they're branding themselves in a different way than just posting about their listings, right? I don't know if you've seen people like that, but they're doing a good job using attraction marketing, whether or not they realize it, but that's what they're doing. If you have Whole Foods in your area, I know a lot of you are probably in California as I am. So Whole Foods does all of those like free, some are free, some are like, I think you do have to pay for some of them. They have these free like cooking classes, wine tastings. I don't think those are free, but they do those kind of free classes to bring you in, right? And you kind of get an affinity for their brand. Story time at Chick-fil-A, if you have kids, they have these, at least in our area, story time for the kids. They're attracting people in with value that really isn't their food. It's not, you walk in the door and they're like, buy nuggets. They're, providing a space where your kids get read a story and probably you're going to buy food, but the value on the front end was something that their ideal client, someone with kids, is really going to want. And so if you think about for your businesses, for Roden and Fields, what kind of value could you lead with on the front that your ideal client, someone who really could benefit from the amazing skincare that you are an affiliate for, or who you are a go-between to get to them, what kind of things would really attract them to you to keep them kind of in your world, and hopefully eventually see the magic and the beauty of what it is that you're sharing when they're ready to invest in skincare, when they're ready to take that journey with you. You're going to be their go-to person because you've provided that so much value for them in an area that would solve a problem for them. And we're going to dive into that next. So let me see. We still got 3. All right. So I think I'm going to come back to this next part. So one component of attraction marketing that's really important kind of from the outset, and this might be something that you've already thought about, at least in part, but if not, definitely a really cool part, a really cool thing to think about is your own personal brand. So figuring out what is it that you're going to be sharing about on social media, in your social media marketing? What are you going to be sharing about that people are going to come to you for? So what is it that you want to be known for? Those areas where you feel like, you know what, I'm passionate about sharing XYZ. So for me, if you go to my social media feed, there's a lot of things that make me me. There's a lot of things that make you uniquely you. But on my feed, you will really only see things about mom life and family, things about online business, healthy lifestyle, and like mindset inspiration type of stuff. I really only post about those 4 things because those are the things that would attract the type of person that I want within my business or that I want as a client. So the basic way to figure out your brand, because you can't really effectively market unless if you're kind of talking to everyone. If you're talking to everyone under the sun in your messaging, you're kind of talking to no one. You're not going to attract that just ideal, person as easily as you could if you're kind of being really intentional about the things that you're sharing with them. So pick 3 to 5 things. I think 3 or 4 is ideal. Things that make you you, that you feel passionate about sharing, or that people kind of come to you for. So they know you or they seek you out for whatever it may be. And if you're not sure what that might be, a simple thing you can do is just go on your social media timeline and ask a question. What 3 words come to mind when you think of me? Or I'm doing some research for a little project. What 3 words do you think of when you think of me? What are 3 things that yeah, I mean, that's probably the simplest one. If you're not sure at all, you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know. I've been posting about random stuff. And that's totally fine. But this is a simple tweak to make. So when you're thinking about your brand and when you're thinking about those 3 to maybe 5 subjects that you're going to rotate through and you're going to be, posting and sharing about, when you're posting about those things, you want to be thinking about how you can solve a problem for your ideal client or business partner. And you may have heard the term avatar before. So we'll talk a little bit about avatar, how you can kind of figure out who that person is. You want to get to know that avatar of your ideal client or business partner very well, because then when you go to post, you can write to that person. You can literally speak right to that person and share the things that are going to be solving their problems, answering their questions that they may have. And whether that's in sharing a skincare testimonial, so sharing about the benefits. So speaking to the benefits, not that this is the redefined regimen that this person used, but the benefits of that regimen with the before and after, and sharing a story talking about a pain point or a problem. Okay. And so you probably do this in your marketing. You may just be not be incorporating that into all of your other content, because really you're going to attract people to you if you're creating this kind of, I call it like stock worthy content. So content where people are thinking, oh wow, I got to check in with so and so's social media because I know they're going to deliver this value, this thing that either entertains them, educates them, inspires them, really kind of speaks to them and their problems. And so my avatar is not going to be the same as yours or Laura's or Katie's necessarily, but if you have a skincare business, and the first company I partnered with was cosmetics and skincare, so I definitely relate to this. You can have an individual group or a team group, or on your social media, you can speak to things like, a woman's confidence, right? And all types of topics related around that, where you are drawing someone into your world, you're providing them value, but you're not necessarily always talking about R&F or always posting about products, but you're attracting them. And then when you do create some curiosity around this amazing, before and after transformation, it's going to be a lot more effective, because people are like, oh my gosh, like, what is this person sharing? Everything they share is so beneficial to me. Of course, this is probably going to be beneficial also, and it won't kind of repel them away. So that's kind of like in a nutshell, how branding, kind of branding yourself, branding you. So that's really at the core of it. I should have mentioned that at first. And again, I'm glancing over at the questions. If you do have questions, you guys feel free to ask them. You can ask them at any point, and I think I should have, a little bit of time to answer questions. So, one of the foundational pieces of attraction marketing is that you are the brand. Like, you're the brand. It's not Roden and Fields. You happen to use and love Roden and Fields products and skincare. You love them, but it's not your brand. You are not like the glorified sales rep of Roden and Fields. Okay. You are you. That's your superpower. That is your brand. So as much as you can think about, and I know sometimes it's like, no, but I'm really proud of Roden and Fields. Yes, absolutely. But if you want them to do well, you'll have them and you within that business do a lot better if you're branding yourself and you're attracting people to the unique things that you bring and the ways that you can kind of solve problems for your avatar, not just with your products, but you'll have a lot better outcomes with your sales if you're leading with that value. You'll have a lot better customer retention, because people want to be connected to you, right? They will fall in love with the products as well, but ultimately, they're going to want to be joining and buying from someone that they really feel that connection with, and who they feel like understands them, maybe even better than they understand themselves. So it's worth really kind of getting to know this, this avatar. So for me, and I've told Laura and Katie this, for me, and my avatar's changed a little bit over time from from blogging, mommy lifestyle blogging, to getting into network marketing and building that. And then now as I'm building, a coaching business as well, my avatar's changed a little bit, but regardless of who it is that I'm wanting to speak to and attract to me, and with the hopes of being able to serve them with whatever it is that I have to offer, right? Whether that's, content in the blog post, whether I'm wanting to serve them with a particular product or a consultative service, whatever it might be, I'm going to post, and I'm thinking of this avatar. How can I talk to them? Like, what problems would they have? Like, how can I speak some life into them today? What is it that she's thinking about? And you really you almost feel, some people, I haven't done this because I just feel like I just haven't come up with the right name, but a lot of people will name their avatar. So say you have on your team, or maybe it's your upline, or maybe it's a sideline or someone else, and you see that person, you're like, man, that would be my ideal business partner. Or you have a customer, if you're just focusing on your customer side, you have a customer that's just a pleasure to work with and sends you tons of referrals and is just amazing, like well connected. So who is that person? Like, how can you speak to that person and their needs if you want to attract more of that person? And so thinking along those lines every time you're going to create something on social media, because really we only have limited time. And so if you're going to take the time to make a post, write a story, share, you want to maximize it. You really want to be creating that magnetic effect rather than accidentally repelling away from you. So let's talk a little bit about Avatar. So I always get that funny image in my mind of that, the movie from was it 90s with the blue literal avatars. So an avatar is, again, just who it is that you're speaking to, that exact ideal person, and focusing on building a brand around solving their problems and keeping them in your world is really truly going to go a long way. So some things to think about. A lot of times your avatar is going to be, it might be similar to you, like your avatar might, if it might actually be you're kind of speaking to like a version of yourself. Maybe you're just like 2 steps ahead of your avatar. Like, oh, I know this. I know a couple of things that you don't yet know. One of them being like how life-changing RNF is for their skin, right? So you know these things and you want to be speaking to them and the reasons why they would be seeking out skincare. Like, what are those reasons? What are the benefits? How can you speak to the emotions behind those benefits? You will be so powerful. You will be like a marketing rock star if you can speak to, and Laura and Katie both do an amazing job at this, really speaking to the emotion behind the benefit of Rodan and Field skincare. And really, that is super attractive. That's what people care about. They want to know what's in it for them. So what is the benefit? Just seeing a before and after, at this point, because there's so many different companies, there's so many consultants in your company and my company that are doing kind of that same thing. And now in 2020, it kind of becomes a little bit of white noise, right? Like, we're just like, okay, next. But if there's a captivating story that plays on the heartstrings, has a good hook at the beginning, like, people are going to like stop their scroll and maybe pay attention to that before or that after, or the before and after, whatever it might be. So you can really be super powerful in your marketing by just making a few little tweaks. I did want to touch on one thing, you guys. And this was like, for some of you, I don't know if this will be shocking, but I remember when I first started looking at attraction marketing, I was like, oh no, like I had, built out, a partial team at this point. And well, partial team, it was like, a few months into team building, I had a team, I don't know, it was like 40 of us or something at that point. And I was telling everyone to like put their link in their profile to shop. And in every single post, you should be like dropping your links. And I was just splashing like in my blog posts and social media posts, the company name and the product names. And it wasn't super effective for me. I have a big audience. And so at first it was kind of effective because like, oh, what's this new thing she's sharing about? And they were used to me sharing other things. And that's definitely a recommendation that I have, is to make sure that you're sharing regularly, just like an equal amount other things that you use, buy, love, and do, so that first of all, you feel more natural when you're sharing about products, and you're energetically feeling more natural about it, but also for your audience, so that they're used to you recommending things that you truly use, buy, love, and do. One of those being RNF, because I'm sure you use it daily, right? So one of those things, going back to what I got kind of shocked by and rattled by and thought, oh my gosh, what have I done here? But it's okay, is really putting my link and company and product names all over the place. And so I wanted to share with you just you can, but I want to give you a couple compelling reasons why not to, or why to consider why not to, especially today and beyond. Okay. With how competitive it is, with how saturated the market is, you really need to be a good marketer, really learn these skills. And they're not tough. You're probably doing a lot of these things already. So reasons to not use your company link or company name super overtly. Now, if you're in a group setting, so you're like funneling people into a group, whether you have a private group, team group, there you can be a little bit more liberal because you have already taken people from your larger, here's a funnel, right? You take people from your larger audience who care about the exact type of thing that you're speaking to, including probably luxury, high-end, good quality skincare, right? And you're bringing them into a group. So if they're in a group and you want to put your links and things available for them in a, moderate way, then that's fine. That's totally different because they know, they want at least the type of content you're sharing, right? But if you're on your page and you get some new friends on Facebook, first thing they're going to do, if you send a friend request or someone requests you, first thing they're going to do is look at your profile. And for a lot of people, they see immediately a link to a network marketing company and they're like, forget it, no. And they don't even get to know the amazing, awesome you, right? They're just, because people are jaded and they're like, oh, that's I'm not gonna be friends with that person. They probably just want to sell me, when you're really wanting to hopefully get to know someone, get to serve someone, right? So just that first impression alone, where it's okay, that's you or your brand. In your profile, you can share, who do you serve? How do you serve? So I help women to feel more, more confident from the inside out. Okay, that kind of alludes to maybe you have something going on there, but you're not overtly just putting, here's my link, kind of bypassing. That's another reason. To me and to a lot of people, it feels, and I didn't realize this, but I was totally doing it, when you just put out your link for someone to check out things, or it's almost like bypassing that consultative piece, bypassing having someone kind of reach out to you to ask about what it is that in that before and after that you shared, what was it that they were using? Okay, you can ask them, if you have questions, let me know. You want people reaching out to you so that you can kind of be the hunted and consultative with them, rather than hunting people down and really trying to that doesn't feel good. I know that doesn't feel good to me. I would much rather have people reaching out to me and just asking questions so that I can educate them and I can consult with them and I can really find out, okay, what are your goals? For you guys, what are your goals for your skin? You're finding that out from people. And even if it's that you're going to send them your skincare assessment tool, having them reach out to you and you say, hey, you know what? I've got this. Actually, before, I'll tell you what this gal was using in that before and after, but I would actually love for you, let's find out what your needs are. I have this amazing tool I can actually send your way. Would you be cool with that? Okay, so you're kind of by not putting your links and your product name and your company name on the front end, you get that opportunity to build that relationship on the back end. And so when I kind of made that connection, oh my gosh, this totally makes sense. I do want people reaching out and finding out, what it is that I have to offer. It also, just for those of you who knows what you may want to, you're going to be with RNF, obviously, but you may want to branch out and do something else with your personal brand as you grow your audience and your influence, to monetize your time on social media alongside your thriving network marketing business with Roden and Fields, right? And so if you are branding you're not pigeonholing yourself to anything. You're actually going to be more successful with your network marketing business if you are attracting more of the people that you would like to hopefully maybe do business with, or at very least, you're going to be able to impact their lives in a positive way through your messaging and your marketing on social media. So that's kind of attraction marketing in a nutshell. That's a very brief overview, but I know that, part of what Katie and Laura are working on for you all will definitely, this will definitely play into that. And it's going to be so powerful, so powerful. And I know it's going to be powerful because I've done something very similar and it has been a game changer for my team. Literally, going from, I would say within, oh gosh, I don't know, with a fairly a smaller team than I had previously in a previous business, implementing these strategies and the very things that they are working so tirelessly on for your collective teams, probably definitely 4 times my team volume. Okay. So there's other factors involved, but a key factor are some of the very things that they're working on. So you guys, you have to get so excited about this. This is, attraction marketing is what works in 2020, especially with just how many people are using social media to market for network marketing companies. I want you guys to just stand out so that the world can see your unique awesomeness, and for you to feel, free to make some little pivots and brand yourself. It's not going to, sometimes it feels a little scary where you're like, wait a minute, but I've been used to doing things this one way. You can still pivot and you can actually increase your chances of being mega successful within any company in your company Roden and Fields, by making these tweaks, and you're going to feel really awesome, I think, when you see how much impact you're making, by really being focused in who it is that you're talking to, what it is that you're talking about, and just being super intentional with your marketing. So anyways, that's all I have. Laura and Katie, thank you for letting me share. I mentioned before, I will, let's see, maybe Laura and Katie, if you guys could drop a link to my group, you're welcome to come in. It's generic training. There's women from all different kinds of companies, some network marketing, some just other female online entrepreneurs. We talk about attraction marketing in very explicit sounds bad, exquisite detail, I guess. And then every Tuesday I do a free training in the mornings. And so you'll get kind of new content. So you're welcome to join us in there. But that's really all I have. Thank you, Katie and Laura, for having me.
Thank you.
I will. I'm gonna log off, you guys, but I did record this, so I'm gonna make sure that I get that to Katie and Lauren, so you guys can get that to your teams that weren't available to join us. All right, you guys, have a great evening.